Hello everyone. This is the OLL for when you have all edges oriented already. So first case is anti-zoom. So you start in home position, then you do R with your right hand, U2 with your left hand, the die double flick, R prime with your right hand, U prime with your left index, R, and then U prime again with your left index. And then the way I remember it is I like to watch this pair right here, and then I see that it goes like around the cube basically. So I do R, U2, and then so it's in the back, and then now it's in right here, and then I just insert it back in. Next algorithm is soon. It's the inverse of what we just did. And then so there's like two ways to do it. If you're holding the cube like this, so you can go, this is like less awkward. You do R, U, R prime, then I push the U. So I use my index finger to push the top layer like that. Then I do R, U2, R prime. And then if you're already in home position, you can just move your index finger to the top of the cube like this right here. And then you do R, U like that. Kind of a bit awkward, but whatever. And then you push and then, yeah. It's the H. So I think of it as an H case because there's double headlights and it's kind of like an H or something like that. And then so the way to do it is it's a double anti-soon. So the way I would think of it is like you lift up the pair, you bring it to the other side, then you're like going to insert it, but then you decide not to insert it. And then you decide to insert it for real, like that. And then another way, basically, if you have corners like this, so headlights here and then matching top color here, you should do the algorithm I just showed you like this, because that'll leave your it'll solve your corners basically. It's called COLL for corner, like corner permuting OLL. And then you just do a U perm or an H perm from here, or a Z perm. And then another case is if you have, so it's like same case for the OLL, but if you have the same colors like this way instead of this way, you can do F and then triple sexy, which is R, U, R prime, U prime. So you just do that 3 times. Then you do F prime. And then that's also the corner OLL. Okay, so here's the case. So it's like a pie because it's like this way and then like these two, something like that. Imagine there's a pie here. And then the way you can remember it is you can watch the 2 pairs. So it's the front pair and the back pair that are like crucial. And then what happens is like they like dance around on the top layer. So you do R, U2, so you bring out the front pair. R2, so now you're bringing up the back pair. U prime, so now you want to keep the 2 pairs out of the way from the right layer. And now you can just insert both pairs like this. R2, U2, yeah. So you take out both pairs. Now they're both on the top layer, and then you insert them both. And that's it. Next case is this wonky case. So the way I like to remember like the orientation is like, since this has a bunch of wide R moves, you keep the corner that's like misoriented on the left. So it's like out of the way of your wide R's, I guess, since you like kind of preserve this block. And then so the way you do it, it's a wide R, U, R prime, and then you want to fix all this, okay? And it's actually an interesting way to fix it. It's kind of like a sledgehammer. So U prime, and then so you do R, wide R, inverse, right? And then so you just messed up this part. So you want to fix this part. So to do that, you do F, R, F prime. So something like that. And then for the finger tricks, I don't know if I do it. Okay, I guess you can do it like this. So for the finger tricks, I lift it up with my right hand. I do a U with my right index, R prime with only the right layer, so I let go of the middle layer, U prime with my left index, then wide R with for both layers, and then I use my, it's kind of like I'm doing a U since I like rotate the cube. Then I do an R and I do an F prime with my thumb for the last move. So for bow tie, it's like the same kind of thing, to be honest. So you keep it here, and then the first move is an F prime, so you move it to the left side, and then you can do all the wide R's without messing up this block. So same idea. And so you do F prime, wide R, U, and then we do the same kind of trick where we insert, so we fix this part, right? And then we want to insert the rest, and then the way we do that is U prime, wide R prime, okay, and then we do F and then R. And then for the finger tricks, I'd say, so I do the F prime like this with my thumb. I don't know, F prime's pretty awkward, so I do F prime, then I do R, okay, and I do this wonky index finger thing. I had to release the middle layer before R prime, then I do U prime with my left index, then I do wide R, both layers, F as if I'm doing a U, and then R. And then final case, so here's the final case. It's like single headlights. And then the way you do it is, the way I'd like to think of it is like, you have to move this pair around the top layer as you mess up the bottom. And then when you mess up the bottom, you don't want to mess up any of these three. So basically, you start off with an R2 so that you can do a D on the bottom. Then you want to start moving the pair around. So you do R prime, U2. Then you do R. And then you do a D prime. And the way I do the D prime is I push with my ring finger like that. R prime, and then U2, and then fix it. Insert the pair and fix everything. So yeah, once again, can you do it like this? It's kind of awkward, but yeah, I would probably do it like this, but you can probably do it the other way. Okay,